The military state is here. The American empire is dead. Your democracy is dead. Your right to self-government is dead. Your freedoms that you worship are dead. The Reich has arrived. You were warned and did not listen. You did not trust what was said, the word that was coming forth from my messenger. The devil can get things right too, you said. Test the spirits, you said. The enemy is a deceiver and a faker of light, you said. She is not of God, you said. All the while ignoring the locks that she was putting on the nation at my command. Now here it is. You're locked up. You can't move. You're saying, hey, in frustration, while the prophecies you could not believe are bearing down on you like a locomotive with no brakes. You're saying, this can't be allowed to happen, when it is indeed already happening. The coup was successful. The Reich is here. Long live the Reich. The New World Order is here. And so if you have not come across any of the Celestial Master's Voice prophecies discussing the rise of a secret Reich in America, the fact that America is home to a massive contingent of pure blood Nazis. This is not people with Nazi sympathies. This is not people who have read Nazi stories, Nazi ideology, Mein Kampf, and decided, we can rock with this. And then they decided to resurrect it. America is home to the largest contingent of actual pure blood Nazis, besides the ones that are hanging out in South America. Argentina for choice, but there's some of them in Brazil as well. The Nazis did not die out. The Nazis were offered a deal by the Americans, who got to Hitler's secret place before the Russians did. They offered them a deal. They brought them over here. They gave them facial reconstruction. They gave them modern harmless names like Smith and Brown. They offered them jobs. They gave them amnesty in exchange for them integrating all their research into American schools, American hospitals, American colleges. Basically, this nation is run on Nazi ideology and Babylonish ideology. It's an uneasy mix of both. They're in the highest ranking jobs. They are part of the richest families. The president stood on a White House balcony pretending to blow a kiss that was actually a salute of fealty to the fact that the Reich is here. Now, you may want to allege conspiracy, but I just suggest that you visit your ophthalmologist first, then go back and run that clip and tell me who in the history of blowing kisses blows a kiss and ends up with a straight arm for half a second. Elon Musk was not so smooth. He threw the Nazi salute twice on the inaugural podium to let them know we have been successful. The stooge is in place and we can go to plan B. Or should I say plan whatever comes next, whatever stage they're on. I will not venture to guess. And so America has Nazis here, and the Nazis are in power. The Nazis have taken over. If you can't tell, that's why all the black and Hispanic things are rapidly being shot down so that it can be a little milkier around here. And that is just the reality of the thing. I've never been known to mince my words. That is just the life that we are living. The Nazi ideology goes along with strong purity vibes. And that is exactly what America is working on right now. So God says that the military state is here and the American dream, the American empire is dead. In order for the beast system to happen, all nations have to be marched into compliance with beast ideology. Some nations will be easily marched in. They're just going to give them the QR code, tell them to scan everything, digital fingerprint their finger, their eyes, their palm, bring out a lot of cool technology that, because their populations haven't really seen these things, a ton of the youth especially, let's say Latin America, let's say Africa, let's say Southeast Asia, are going to come flying out. Because bear in mind, these kids have been watching Avengers, they've been watching Fantastic Four, they've been watching all the stuff that has been here. So to see those things advent in their nations, you will not be able to stop the under 30s, probably even up to under 40s, from flocking out to say, look how advanced we are. Now we have the things that America has, we have this, we have that, and they're going to give up all this biometric data, have their faces scanned, the iris scan, the palm scan. I was talking about these things in 2021 before I even got furniture in my house. I was sitting on boxes and recording those videos. I bet you didn't know. Now you know. I didn't have chairs. So all those things, In order for the beast to be functional, the beast has to have a working eye. The beast works by an eye, and that eye is technology. The spying of Siri, the gathering of huge metadata dumps. Where do you like to get your ice cream? What type of man do you like? What type of man do you have on your fan wall? That type of thing. What's in your profile? Are you gay? Are you straight? You have a Grindr account? Okay, but you have a wife and kids. DL. They're going to gather all the breadcrumbs about everybody, and they're going to compile profiles on everybody, and those profiles will be incredibly useful to determine whether they're going to kill you first, later, or not at all. The young people are going to be highly weaponized against the parents. They're going to take your children over to what are called re-education camps, send them back home. If you're ever arguing with your child and your child looks at you and says, never address me like that, father, don't argue with that child again. Once a child goes away for a period of time and comes back and no longer calls you dad, but addresses you as father, that child is now comrade. That child belongs to the state. You need to pick your arguments with that child before you end up in the back of a new world order paddy wagon on your way to being pending. Pending is the status that they will give you after they kill you for absolutely nothing. Trumped up charges, no access. God is telling you, your freedoms are gone.